Hey everybody, it's Karen and I am here to practice yoga with you today, Vinyasa flow style yoga. So let's just get warmed up standing up. Our posture, feet shoulder distance apart, shoulders back and down, tailbone plugged into the earth. Let's just take a sweep up, high to the sky, inhale up, pull down, exhale down, squeeze the shoulder blades, drop the arms, inhale up. Hands together this time, exhale down, drop the chin to the chest. Inhale, open, out to the sides, squeeze the shoulder blades, exhale forward. And one more time, inhale up, pulling down, squeeze heart to sky, drop the arms down, let that loose. We're gonna come down to the mat, one foot in front of the other, one foot behind. Just sitting cross-legged, easy seated pose, half lotus, full lotus, whatever feels comfortable to you. Shoulders are up, back, and down. We're just going to start by loosening the neck. So dropping the shoulders away from the ears, hands up here by the lungs. We're just going to inhale up, round, exhale down the back. Inhale up, exhale down. Couple more times, relaxing the shoulders all the way down the back, nice long spine. Exhale down, one last time, inhale up. Exhale down, and bringing the arms out to the side. So holding the fingertips to the thumbs, just pulling down. Just really pulling down like you're grabbing onto something and you're pulling it all the way down. Really feeling your arms attenuate those meridian lines from the heart to the hands. And then we'll just bring the arms down, soft elbows, long neck, and just relax the shoulders away from the ears, dropping the chin to the chest. And then swiveling from right to left, left to right. Swivel the chin, opening up the back of the neck, drop the hands down to the knees. Maintaining that posture. And then coming back to neutral, lifting up through the heart, looking up at the sky, no straining, but open the throat, turning from right to left, opening up the sides of the neck. Just noticing how that feels. So if you're feeling really tight in your neck, maybe you need a little bit more of this stretching. We hold a lot of stress in our neck. And then in the shoulders, we think stressful things. We transmit those through our neck to the rest of the body, and the body tenses up. Nice. And then my magic wand, the 5 fingers. So taking your fingers to the back of your neck, on either side of your spine. So just pressing in your piano fingers, your thumbs could be on your shoulder blades, and just notice any spot that feels really tense, just rubbing into that spot. Dropping the chin to the chest, and if you want more, pull down at the neck as you look up at the sky. And release and repeat. So either find the same spots, or try that again to really loosen up the tension in the neck as you look up at the sky. And let that be, and just notice, did we loosen things up? We'll do, in these times, we'll do a little bit of immunity support. We'll press on the acupressure points for building our immunity, our defenses. So we'll just do a little bit of knocking right here. So I'm a couple inches down from the wrist. Then the other side, on the other arm, just a little bit of knocking. And then arms out again, inhale, open. Exhale, close. Rotate the shoulder blades, inhale, open. Exhale, close. Coming back to center, palms up, palms down, all the way across. Inhale, open. Beautiful. Let's bring our knees and our hands to tabletop position. at the center of your mat. So knees are hip-width distance apart. Your hands are in starfish. We're spreading the fingers. We're pressing onto the elbow or to the fingertips. Shoulder blades are back. And we're trying to extend the spine long here. So as if you could reach the crown of the head forward, reach the tail backwards. Nice long spine first. Then dropping the belly, looking up at the sky. Shoulder blades back. Inhale and cow. Exhale and cat, rounding forward, opening the shoulder blades, and then dropping back into your cow. Inhale and cow, exhale and cat. Thinking about the front of your spine when you're in your cow. Thinking about the back of your spine when you're in your cat. So one flowing movement to the next. One breath, one movement. And you know you can always take a kidney squeeze at any time here. So just turning and looking over your shoulder where you know your kidney is. Squeeze that spot. Come back to center. Same thing on the other side. You know where your kidney is. Squeeze that spot. And then come back to your cat-cow. Inhaling and exhaling. Couple more times, moving through the spine. And just let that go. Wag your tail, wag your head, loosen up the body. Just noticing how that feels, letting everything go, wagging your tail. And then we'll extend left leg out long, right arm out long, bird dog pose. So long spine, hips stay square. Pressing the fingertips into the mat more than the palm of the hand. Toes are down, heel is up, butt cheeks are tense here. So if you'd like to open up, we can turn to the side, opening up the arm and the leg. You can just hold that pose if you like. You can continue flowing this pose, arm and leg, maintaining the strength of your core. And of course your balance. And when you're ready, come back to your bird dog. And then bring that knee back. And then sit back in your child's pose, extending your arms out nice and long. Your spine is nice and long, the gaze is down. We'll inhale forward into a kneeling plank. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Tight core, exhale back. One more time, inhale forward. Tighten up the core, exhale back. And then coming back to that table, we'll do the same thing on the other side. So right leg goes out long, left arm goes out long, extending through the body, toes are down, heel is up. Hips are square, pressing into the fingertips. And just establish the strength of the pose. And if you'd like to open it up, arm or leg or both. And then of course flowing the pose, waking up the body, and breathing. Are you breathing, you guys? Come on, we gotta have good, nice breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth on exertion. Coming back to the table. Let's tuck the toes under, guiding the hips back. Your options are to take a toe stretch here, holding this for a moment, or coming forward on all fours. So you decide what you feel like doing. So opening up the soles of the feet, curling the toes under. And what would it take for us to bring our shoulders back and down, tailbone to the earth, to the yin energy of the earth, crown of the head to the sky. So we're charging our battery here. The electrical system of the body is aligned with the earth through gravity. And what about lifting the weight up in the spine? So let's inhale up if you're on your toes. And then drop the shoulders, arms stay up, shift the weight to the upper spine, the thoracic spine. Trying to think about something besides your feet at the moment. Maybe look up at the sky, feel like you're looking up, coming up a little bit more, lifting through the spine. Take the hands together in steeple, and we're going to come up into our thunderbolt. Lift straight up, thunderbolt. Hold the strength of this pose, and exhale down. Nice, that was fun, right? Okay, I'm going to pretend you're answering me. Let's pat those feet out. So I'm in my new studio. It's not fully finished yet, so there's a little bit of an echo and stuff like that. You'll forgive me. So tucking the toes under, lifting the hips up high to the sky, coming into your dog. So your first down dog here, lifting the hips up, shoulder blades are back and down, chest is coming forward, the inside of the elbows are gazing longingly at each other. Feet are hip distance apart, gaze between the feet. So pedal your dog out a little bit, whatever it feels like. I'm gonna pull my yoga shirt down. Inhaling, right leg high to the sky, kicking the right heel into the left butt cheek. Opening up at that hip, gazing out under your armpit. And breathing. Three-legged dog. Nice hip opener. Square those hips and bring that foot forward, coming into low lunge. So right foot forward, left foot back. We're on the railroad tracks here. So we're keeping that knee in alignment with the ankle. We're keeping our shoulders in alignment with the hips. Heart comes forward. So getting a good hip flexor stretch in the left leg. Definitely can feel it. Wiggle your toes. And let's release the right arm and let's lift up, coming into a twist. And breathing. Keeping that knee in alignment. If it wanted to pop out to the right, we want it to stay right over the ankle, not come forward. Nice long hip flexor stretch. And let's bring both hands to the midline of the mat, walking the right foot out to the side, dropping the left knee, flattening, or keeping your toes tucked under. Opening up the hip if you'd like. Nice big hip opener here. You can stay up high. You can come down to your elbows, a block, a stack of blocks. But we're going to take some nice deep breaths here. Big, huge hip opening is happening. Groin stretch. So the gaze here is down and in. So thinking about what matters to you right now. Thinking about maybe a sankalpa, Sanskrit for positive intention. I just want to be present on my mat. I'm just glad I'm doing yoga again. Feels good to move my body. Positive intention, hold it in your heart. And coming out of this pose, we'll release from the floor, from the mat. We'll tuck the left toes under. And we'll push back into three-legged dog. Just pulse that leg up a couple times. And then bringing that foot down, either hold your dog, move to child's pose, or flow through a full sun salutation from down dog to high plank, or kneeling plank, chaturanga dandasana, or kneeling. Back bend in cobra, or up dog. Exhaling back to your downward facing dog, stepping feet behind hands, hanging in your forward fold, lifting the hips up high. Hands to shins, reaching out long, flat back. Hanging forward yet again, bending through the knees, inhaling up. Salute to the sun, maybe take a back bend. Wide arms, salute to the sun. That feels good, doesn't it? Tall, tall, tall arms, swan dive down, hands to mat, push back to dog. Beautiful. Gotta do something with this yoga top, sorry guys. Inhaling, left leg up high to the sky, kicking the left heel into the right butt cheek. Gazing out under the left armpit. Lifting the knee up a little bit higher. Breathing as you open that hip. Out through the mouth on exertion. And then squaring those hips, bringing that foot through, coming to low lunge on this side. So left foot forward, right foot back. Nice long body, relax the chest, relax the heart. The body is in alignment here. My shoulders and hips are square to each other. My hips are square to the earth. My knee is right over my ankle. My right leg is out long, and my hip flexor is getting a huge stretch. Breathing in deeply, and let's drop the right hand to the midline of the mat. Release the left arm up, coming to a twist on this side. Breathing, lifting that arm straight, shoulders are stacked, and the knee stays in. Exhaling through the mouth, and then dropping that arm down, bringing that hand to the midline, walking the left foot to the outside of the mat, dropping the right knee, flattening the right foot. Maybe you open that hip, maybe you come down to your elbows or a block or a stack of blocks. Coming into your lizard. Breathing in and out. Really feeling that stretch, returning to your sankalpa, your positive intention. I want more calm, I want more peace. So be in amazement at what your body can do and how it can move. And let's come out of this pose by reaching up with the hands, tucking the toes under, releasing that left leg high to the sky, and just pulse. Pulse that out a little bit, bringing that foot down, flowing through your vinyasa, my version, your version, holding child's pose, whatever you like to clean the slate. Holding it down dog, stepping feet behind hands, hanging forward, lifting the hips up high, knees towards each other, bending the knees, inhaling up. Salute to the sun, wide arms, tall body, swan dive down, hands to mat, pushing back to dog, bending the knees wide, big toes together, reaching back into child's pose, balasana. Balasana, child's pose, allowing the low back to relax. Gaze is metaphorically inward, physically inward. Relax the face, and then check in with the heartbeat. Notice where you are. Notice what you can do to calm the heartbeat, breathing in through the nose, out through the nose, whenever you feel ready. And we'll take a threading the needle pose from here, so you can come forward on your all fours, reaching the right arm up, and then extending the right arm underneath, resting the right side of the head on the mat, butts are high to the sky, coming into threading the needle pose. So it's all about the shoulders here. So allow that shoulder to get a good stretch. You can do this on the wall. You can even make it double stretch here by taking a twist, a half bind with your upper arm. Let's release that. We'll come back up to all fours, and then bring the left arm up high to the sky. Exhale down, letting the left hand come all the way down. Underneath, palm is up to the sky, and if you'd like to take a bind with your upper arm, feel a little bit more twisting, a little bit more opening in the shoulders, go right ahead. If you say, Karen, I want none of that, knock it off then. All you need to do is go into child's pose. Your yoga is all about what you want to do in the moment. The best yoga in the world is the yoga you're actually doing now, because that's the only yoga there is. And let's release out of that pose, coming back to all fours, tucking the toes under, coming back to the dog. So stretching out your dog, coming forward and back a little bit, inhaling right leg high to the sky, bringing right foot forward, coming into your warrior two pose on the right side. So let me switch sides so you can see that. Warrior two, We're on the balance beam here. So right foot forward, right hip forward, left leg back. Rising up out of the hips. So we don't want to sink into the hips in our warrior two. Gazing over the fingertips, focusing on our drishti. Our what? Our focal point. So what do you want more of? That's what you're focusing on. I have a fun twist for you here. So what we're going to do is straighten the leg, bringing the right arm up and the left arm down and looking up over the right shoulder. And then we're going to come back to warrior two. Knee over ankle. And then we're going to bring it up again. One arm up, one arm down, making a fist, looking out over your right shoulder. Back to Virabhadrasana 2. Strength to the community. Be a warrior. Our strength right now is staying healthy. One more time, inhaling back. Take a twist. And we're back to our warrior two pose. Coming down to side angle. So just bending your left elbow, maybe left hand, reaching your right elbow, right hand, reaching your left arm up. Maybe you do extended side angle, maybe you take a bind, maybe you take a double bind. Whatever works for you. I'm doing extended side angle here, still maintaining my Padabandha. Pada who? Padabandha, foot seal to the earth. Feel that? Breathing. We'll inhale back up to warrior two, and we'll exhale to reverse warrior. Open the side ribs. Inhale to warrior two. Exhale to reverse warrior. Inhale to warrior two. Exhale back. Take a bind with your left arm. And just feel that hip open, or those ribs opening up. Waist coming away from the ribs. And then we'll cartwheel our hands down, push back into dog. Flow through your vinyasa, a full sun salutation. You do what works for you. Pausing in one pose or another, wherever it feels comfortable. Make up your own sun salutation. Hands back to the mat, pushing back into your dog. So left leg up high to the sky, left foot comes forward, right leg back, coming up to your warrior two on the other side. So I'm just switching sides so you can see a better camera angle. So right leg back, left knee forward, left hip open, arms long. Let's bring the arms in, push out. Exhale out, in, exhale out. Relax the arms. Breathing deeply. And this side, let's do the archer. So let's turn the left palm facing the wall. Let's bring the right arm forward so shoulders come square. Straighten the left leg and pull the hand over the heart. Pull the kneecaps up. Bullseye. Back to warrior two. Gaze out over the horizon, flip the palm. Right arm comes to match the left. Inhale, straight legs. Bullseye. Back to warrior two. Feel the strength of your warrior. Pull up your right knee. Feel your foot like a platform to the earth, flipping your left palm, right arm forward. Inhale to the heart, straighten the leg. Bullseye. Back to our warrior two to reverse this warrior. Inhale. Maybe exhale. Inhale. Maybe exhale. Inhale up. Exhale down. Coming down to your side angle. So the same option you took on the other side. We're still pulling up the right kneecap. We're still opening up the left hip. For whatever reason, I like extended side angle. You can look up at your elbow, continuing to feel this hip opening. So left hip is open. And then we're going to cartwheel those hands down, push back to dog. We're going to flow through 2 sun salutations from here. So go ahead, down dog to high plank or kneeling plank. Chaturanga, elbows tucked under, or kneeling chaturanga. Cobra or up dog. Exhale back to down dog. Stepping feet behind hands. Hanging in your forward fold. Hips go high, bending through the knees. Inhale up. Salute to the sun. Maybe take a twist to the right. A twist to the left. Back to center, swan dive down, hands to mat, push back to dog. Take 2, hold your dog or move to child's pose. You do you, whatever your body needs to clean the slate is the way to go. Swan dive down, hands to mat, push back to dog and come down to your child's pose, stretching back. Maybe this time take a different hand gesture, a different mudra. Maybe you take your hands above your head in prayer. Maybe you just rest your hands across your shoulders, crisscross. Maybe you stack your fists and rest your forehead on your fists. Maybe you hold on to your ankles. Whatever feels good to you is always the way to go. It's your yoga. And then connect with the heartbeat again. So breathing in, when you're ready to relax the heartbeat, engage the parasympathetic nervous system, the calming system of the body, the healing system, the anti-stress system. It's in and out through the nose, the tonifying breath. And then we'll come back to the dog. When you're ready, pushing back up to your downward facing dog. Lifting up high, walking the feet to the edges of the mat, coming into straddle dog. So for sure, your feet, your heels are at the back of the mat here. So lifting the hips up a little higher, stretching those lines of tension in the back of the legs a little bit more. Relax the shoulders as you push your hands away, lengthen the spine. Walking the hands closer to the feet, resting the hands on a block. Maybe they come all the way down, maybe they don't. And we'll take a twist from here, inhaling the right arm up high to the sky, lifting up. Slight bend in the knees if that's helpful to you. Bringing that arm down, then left arm goes up, inhaling up, stacking the shoulders. And then that arm comes down, and we're holding on to the backs of both heels and using your arms to pull down a little bit more, stretching out the lines of tension a little bit more. So you should feel this all the way from your low back down to your ankles. Shift the weight forward a little bit on your toes, just a little. Bring it back to your heels, lift up your toes, and then bend the knees, inhale up. Salute to the sun. Relax those arms down. Let's shake that out. How are we doing, everybody? Feeling like we're getting a good workout here? Getting some good stretches? We're going to practice our triangle pose as well. So left foot forward, right foot back. This time it looks a lot like Warrior 2, but the legs are both straight. Arms go out to the sides. We're pulling up the kneecaps on both legs, taking the right hip to the back, reaching the left arm forward. When there's no more reach available, that's when the arm comes down to the inside of the leg, to the floor, to a block, to a stack of blocks. So shoulders are stacked. We're pulling up both kneecaps. And we're using our obliques. This is what's working here. It's all about the obliques. Lifting up high to the sky. We're breathing. holding for a little while here. So we're hanging out here, really feeling the obliques helping us along. Wiggle your toes, feel the inside and the outside of your heels, and pull up those kneecaps. Let's come up like a windmill, back to where we started to revolve this triangle. So right hand to the top of the left foot, left arm goes up. Shoulders are stacked, pulling up the kneecaps, twisted like a pretzel. Twists are super good for your digestion, because our yoga poses are an internal massage to the organs. Let's come back to our triangle. Let's just feel the openness of our triangle, the length between our arms. Inhale up. Reverse this warrior. Exhale, or triangle, exhale back. Trikonasana, triangle. So open up the side body here. Really feel those ribs. Really feel like you're stretching the obliques, because you know we got to go to the other side, right? You didn't forget, right? Inhale and relax. Let's just switch the feet. So both feet forward. Then I just turn my right foot out to the side. Reaching the arms out nice and long. Pulling up both kneecaps. Wiggle your toes. Feel all four corners of your feet. Left hip to the back of the room, right arm reaches for the wall. And then when there's no more reach, that's when the arm can come down, the shoulders are stacked to the floor, to a block, to a stack of blocks. So breathing here, pulling up the kneecaps, feeling the strength of your core, your obliques, so those muscles on the side. That's what's holding you up. So this pose is about coming up, not sinking down. Breathing, holding this a little longer than we might otherwise if we weren't taking class together. It's good to see you guys again. And let's come up, inhale up, and revolve the triangle like a windmill, bringing the left hand to the top of the right foot, and then reaching the right arm up, looking up at the right arm. Envisioning your shoulders stacked. Breathing. And then we'll revolve out of this, coming back to our regular Trikonasana, feeling much better, getting out of that twisted pretzel. Inhale up to triangle arms, exhale back to reverse triangle, giving your obliques a chance to stretch out. Well, yeah, Karen, that's what I'm looking for. And then inhale back, relax that arm down. Let's come to our mountain pose. So mountain pose, feet together, slightly apart. And we want to be in alignment with the earth, tailbone tucked under a little bit of a cat here, crown of the head lifted. The chin comes back ever so slightly, so your head is more centered on top of your body. Arms are down to the sides, palms can be open at the sides. Hands to heart, Anjali Mudra, lock the thumbs into the heartbeat. You can have one hand on your belly, one hand on your heart. You can do reverse prayer, arms behind you. You can do hands above the head, whatever feels good to you. Today I'm going to do Anjali Mudra. So no pain here. Balancing the weight equally between both feet. Feeling that you are centered. Feeling that all the good yin, the negative charge of the battery is coming up through you, through the earth. And feeling that all the yang, the sun, the sky energy is coming down through the crown of the head into you. So we're charging the battery. And just observe without criticizing, judging, just observe your body in stillness. Can you count the heartbeats through your fingers? Picture all your internal organs having an inner smile, they're happy. And then dropping the hands to the sides, walking the feet out just a little bit. We're going to practice this breath. We're going to inhale up, and then one palm over the other, one palm under. It doesn't matter left or right. And then we'll just bring the palms in front of us, mind, heart, body, as we exhale down. So inhale up, earth to sky. Sky energy coming down through us, palms in front of each other, mind to heart through the body. And one more time, we'll inhale up. Exhale down. Like the sweetest baby blanket coming down over you. Beautiful, beautiful. Now we're going to come down to the mat. One foot in front, one foot behind. Doing a little bit more with our hips here. So, sitting in cross-legged position, we can either take the right leg, holding it, so holding the right knee, holding the right foot like a baby, so elbow to knee. So I'm sitting up nice and tall, tailbone to the earth. Or if you want more, and this is what your body has to offer at the moment, you can bring in the logs. So it's all about the hips here. It's a little bit like the figure 4 idea. So if you say, no, none of that for me today, Karen, you can lie on your back and do figure 4. But just allowing the hips to open up here. And then we'll relax that leg down, and then we'll just switch sides. So tucking your right leg in, bringing your left leg up. So either rocking the baby, elbow to knee, holding on, or bringing in the logs, trying to maintain some posture, long spine, and just allow that hip to open. Coming back to the breath. If we didn't have the breath with our poses, this would just be a lot of stretching. And there's nothing wrong with a lot of stretching, but because of that, we do unite those. Yoga yoke, union, uniting the breath, the mind and body through the breath. It's a little different, has a different feeling. Let's release that leg and let's stretch those legs out long. So legs go out long, butts are going back, toes are high to the sky. Come into our staff pose. So arms are down, spine is straight. We're making kind of like a figure, like an L, a letter L. Shoulders back and down. And let's just take a forward fold here. We'll inhale up, and then we'll exhale forward, keeping a flat back. Maybe you stop here. Maybe you rest your hands on your shins. Maybe you reach for your toes. As long as you're long, it's okay. Maybe you touch your nose to your knees. But you know there's no special place in yoga heaven for people who do that. We're all going to meet at the same juice bar, you guys. So stretching out nice and long, feeling the lines of tension in the back of the legs, from the hamstrings all the way down to the calves. This should feel super good. And then we'll inhale back up again. I'm going to walk forward on the mat. Knees are hip distance apart, and I'm going to come into holding a tray, coming into my cat back. So cat is rounded. So my belly button is tucked into my spine, my chin is tucked in, and I'm going to lower myself down gradually, super slow, till I come all the way down to my back, and I'm going to bring both knees into the chest. And I'm going to come into what's called rock pose. So there's energy in rocks, different kind of energy than the energy in a pond or the ocean, but there's energy there. So there's a stillness in the energy. So shoulders are back and down, heart is to the sky. So just get a little feel for what your hip flexors are like right now. Rock pose. Should feel really nice on the low back, planting both feet on the mat, hip distance apart, bringing the arms out into a T and just letting both of those legs, windshield wiper to the left. As your gaze goes to the right, inhale back to center. Exhale over to the left as your knees go to the right. So you can do a flow very gently, or you can just plant your legs over to one side and just hold. Hold the stretch. feel your body, instead of flat on your mat, feel as if you are on the big, huge exercise ball, rounded. The earth is holding you up. You can just let go. Inhale back to center, exhale over to the other side. Spinal twist feels really good. We'll inhale back to center, reaching the arms and legs out long. We'll come to our 5-pointed star. Really lift up and down like you're picking the cherries. Twinkle your toes and your fingers. Shake them out. Take a nice inhale. And when you exhale, just relax your hands at your sides. And just let go. Coming into your final resting pose, Shavasana. Ending today's practice with a quote from my book, Make the Most of You. Be the you that you admire. Within each of us lies our best self, the sum of our finest characteristics. In there too is our worst self, the two vie for top billing. Our best self provides the template, the ideal model. It's our best guide to improvement. Nobody really knows us better than ourselves. Confucius in 479 BC said, and remember, no matter where you go, there you are. Who knew Confucius was a yogi? So notice how you are on your mat, how your body feels. Notice how your mind is. Having gone through your practice, just be aware of the sensations of feeling more open. Your chakras, your energy centers are spinning. Just notice what it's like. Be in awe of the feeling that you created for yourself. And when you feel ready, you can begin wiggling fingers and toes, circling wrists and ankles, turning your head from side to side, bringing your knees into your chest, give yourself a hug, and then turn to one side, fetal asana pose, sleeping baby. Taking a moment in sleeping baby to revisit your sankalpa before you use your arm to push yourself up to an easy seat at the top of your mat. We'll align our spine one last time, plugging into the earth, the yin, and the sky, the sun, the yang. Inhaling up for body, mind, spirit. Hands together, exhale down. The light, the student, the teacher in me honors the light, the student, the teacher in all of you. Namaste. See you next time.